Isabel's Car Wash by Sheila Baer, illustrated by Judy Stead. Isabel De Niro wanted a Nellie long-hair doll more than anything in the world. Nellie was on sale at Murphy's Toys for $10. Isabel only had 50 cents. She needed to earn some more money. But how? She wasn't old enough to babysit. She didn't even know how to change a dirty diaper. Yuck. She couldn't mow lawns. She wasn't strong enough to push the lawnmower. She thought about walking the neighbor's dog, but he was too big. He would walk her. What could she do? Isabel thought and thought about how to earn some money. Walking home from school the next day, she thought about it so hard that splat! She marched into a big puddle. The water came from a nearby car wash. There were lots of cars lined up there. The weather had been terrible and everybody's car was grimy. So many people wanting to wash their cars, Isabel said to herself. Suddenly she had a great idea. She could open a car wash at her house. She helped her brother Miguel wash his car in the driveway lots of times. All she needed was the special car washing soap her brother used and those fancy towels he called chamois to dry off the cars. Isabel headed right to the hardware store to buy the soap and chamois. She put her 2 quarters on the counter, but when the man rang up the bill, it was $5. How could she get $5? Isabel remembered that once 5 friends had each given her a quarter when she lost her school lunch money. Her mom gave her 5 quarters to pay them back and another 5 dimes for a little extra each. Isabel's friends were really happy to get the extra money. Maybe those same 5 friends would each give her $1 to join her in starting her car wash. In return, she'd share some of the money she made. Isabel just knew she could make money to buy Nellie and pay her friends back plus a little more. Isabel's parents said okay to her plan, so the next day she asked each of her friends for $1. Her friends weren't sure they wanted to give up their money. They had things they wanted to buy, like comics, ice cream, and Go Fish cards. "If you give me your dollars," Isabel told them, "I think I can pay you back plus more." "Do you know how to wash cars?" asked Mary Kay. "Yes, I've helped my brothers lots of times," answered Isabel. "What if no one comes to your car wash?" asked Tyler. "But they will," said Isabel. "With all the rain we've had, everyone's car is muddy." "How will you divide the money you make?" asked Raj. Isabel thought for a moment. "I will keep half and split the other half with you." "Why should you get more?" asked Nellie. "Because it's my idea, and I will do all the work," answered Isabel. "But if not enough people come to your car wash, we could lose our money," said Lynn. "That is a risk," said Isabel. "But a car wash is a good idea, and I'll work very hard." Her friends looked at each other. "We know you'll work hard," said Mary Kay. "So we'll take the risk," said Tyler. "But we sure hope you know what you're doing," said Natalie. Everyone gave Isabel $1. Now she had $5. Isabel took the $5 to the hardware store and bought the special soap and chamois. The next morning she got up at sunrise and made a big sign that said, "Isabel's Car Wash, $1." She nailed it to the oak tree in the front yard. Isabel hooked up the garden hose. She got some clean rags and a bucket out of the garage. She mixed the special soap with water and broke open the package of chamois. Isabel's Car Wash was ready for business. Isabel's stomach was in a knot as she waited for her first customer. Finally, at 9:30, Mrs. Pristine from across the street drove up. $1 for a car wash?" she squealed. "Such a bargain." Isabel scrubbed Mrs. Pristine's car sparkling clean and earned her first $1. She did such a good job that Mrs. Pristine called up her friends and told them about the car wash. Then they told their friends and the news spread. Lots of people came to Isabel's car wash. "Such a bargain," everyone said. The cars kept coming and coming. Isabel worked and worked. Her fingers got red and puckered like raisins. Her sneakers got soggy and rubbed blisters on her heels. Isabel washed 5 station wagons, 2 minivans, 3 punch buggies, 3 convertibles with the tops up, 1 pickup truck, 1 golf cart, 2 pedal cars, 1 go-kart, and a dog. Little Joey from next door brought over his dog. "Should have charged him $2, Isabel muttered. She finished just before dinner time. She counted up her money and found that she had 20 crisp $1 bills. She was pooped. The next day, Isabel invited her 5 friends over. Just as she promised, she'd pay them half of the money she made and kept the other half for herself. Half of $20 came to $10, or $2 for each friend. I doubled your money, Isabel said proudly. Her friends were all happy. Isabel was happy too. She had $10 left over to buy her Nellie Longhair. She put her $10 into her purse and set off for Murphy's Toys. When she reached the checkout counter, the lady said, $10.50, please. But your sign says Nellie Longhair costs $10, Isabel cried out in surprise. There's a sales tax, the lady said. Isabel couldn't believe it. After all that work, she still needed 50 more cents to buy Nellie Longhair. Then she remembered the 50 cents she had started with. She searched around in the bottom of her purse and found it. Isabel paid the lady exactly $10.50 and happily carried Nellie home.